This question to you, Ismail. Of course, your character is a new addition to Tolkien's world. Was there any pressure or did you take any inspiration to develop the character, or was it written so well that you didn't have to do much?
No, there is pressure, of course. There is pressure. But I was very ready to enter Tolkien's world. I'm a huge fan, and I wanted to do right by it. I love the elves. I love all things Tolkien. So it was just for me just an incredible opportunity to just make something very, very, very cool. You know, it's written beautifully, but with a lot of space for me to also be creative.
And your character has a duality. There's fear, there's bravery. How did you plan to navigate it? Did you do any exercises? Were you doing any notes to play that kind of duality?
I think it's kind of just like Theo is he just does whatever like he wants, you know what I mean? Like he's such an impulsive person, and I think I just drew on to that of just like put myself into these situations and just when I'm in these scenes, act as if I truly am Theo in this moment. And that's what helped me get that kind of that action out, because really he's scared for his life almost all the time, but he has no choice but to fight. And that's kind of what I draw on. It's that
any quality of Theo that you relate with?
I think we both are very sensitive and emotional and I guess in touch with our emotions and aren't afraid to show how we feel about someone or something, which I think...
Very similar fashion style.
You think Theo would be...
You're looking very cool, by the way.
Thank you.
What about you? Any trait that you pick from your character or you relate with?
I mean, I relate with him quite a bit, you know, and that's like... it's a little tricky sometimes to answer that question because...
Political action from Jammu and Kashmir. One phase of polling over, two more phases to go. And the battle of Jammu and Kashmir is heating up. And now, for the first time, Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed a rally in Srinagar. Prime Minister and all the political parties are using their top guns. Prime Minister was in Srinagar. Then he did a road show, went to Katra as well, addressed two rallies today in Jammu and Kashmir and hit out at the opposition as is expected. But one thing that possibly came back to the political discourse in Jammu and Kashmir, or the campaign discourse in Jammu and Kashmir, is Prime Minister talking about Pakistan, saying National Conference and the Congress alliance, their promises are being appreciated in Pakistan. So the entry of Pakistan, at least in the discourse, though Pakistan has its presence through its proxies and terrorists in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, trying to destabilize it, but for the electoral purposes, entry of Pakistan now with Prime Minister speaking about National Conference and Congress, giving that handle to Pakistan. Listen in to what the Prime Minister said today.
जम्मू कश्मीर की बर्बादी के लिए 3 खानदान जिम्मेदार है और तब से दिल्ली से लेकर जम्मू कश्मीर तक ये लोग बौखलाए हुए हैं। इन 3 खानदानों को लगता है जैसे तैसे कुर्सी पर कब्जा जमाना और फिर आप सबको लूटना, ये इनका पैदाइशी हक है। कांग्रेस नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस को लेकर जम्मू कश्मीर में भले ही उत्साह न हो, लेकिन पड़ोसी देश इन्हें लेकर बहुत उत्साह में है। यहां तो उनको कोई पूछने वाला नहीं है, लेकिन वहां पूछा जा रहा है। पाकिस्तान में कांग्रेस नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के अलायंस की बल्ले बल्ले हो रही है। पाकिस्तान में इनके मैनिफेस्टो, इनके घोषणा पत्र से पाकिस्तान बहुत खुश नजर आ रहा है। पाकिस्तान के डिफेंस मिनिस्टर ने कांग्रेस नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस का खुलकर समर्थन किया है। पाकिस्तान से उनका कहना है कि आर्टिकल 370 और 35A को लेकर कांग्रेस और एनसी का एजेंडा वही है जो पाकिस्तान का एजेंडा है।
Now the opposition is reacting. In fact, Umar Abdullah and Mehbooba Mufti, who are part of the Abdullah and the Mufti clan, one of the two families that Prime Minister attacked in his rallies today, they reacted sharply to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's comments. Listen.
मैं ये नहीं जानता हूँ कि वज़ीर आज़म साहब ने श्रीनगर आके अभी फ़िलहाल क्या तकरीर की, लेकिन मैं दावे से कह सकता हूँ कि उन्होंने 3 खानदानों की बात की होगी, उन्होंने यहाँ और तरह की बात की होगी, लेकिन पिछले 5-6 साल जो जम्मू कश्मीर के पूरी तरह से ज़ाया हुए हैं, जो जम्मू में नए सिरे से आतंकवाद देखने को मिल रहा है, जो यहाँ लोगों की नाराज़गी है, और ख़ासकर जो कल जनूबी कश्मीर में लोगों ने नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के हक में वोट डाले, उससे कोई इनकार नहीं कर सकता।
हमने एहसान किया, हमने रिजर्वेशन दी। अरे जब हमारे गुजर भाइयों को जनता दल हुकूमत ने रिजर्वेशन दी तो उन्होंने तो नहीं कहा कि हमें उसके बदले वोट दो। आपका तो काम ही है, अगर किसी का हक बनता है किसी चीज का तो, मगर उसके नाम पे इन्होंने पहाड़ी लोगों को भी अलग कर दिया, टुकड़े कर दिए। 87 में इलेक्शन में इतनी दांगलियां की इन दोनों जमातों ने मिलके कि आज तक जम्मू कश्मीर के लोग अपने नौजवानों की कब्रें खोद रहे हैं।
Nazir Masoodi, my colleague, now joins us with more details on this. Nazir, important to note, of course, as the campaign heats up, Prime Minister's first rally in Srinagar, possibly after the abrogation of Article 370 in an electoral atmosphere, Prime Minister speaking to the people, bringing Pakistan in his attack.
Well, since this is the first election after assembly election after abrogation of Article 370, so it was the first rally of Prime Minister in Srinagar, election rally after abrogation of Article 370. He talked about the changes which have been made. He asked people whether they want to vote for that era when there was a stone pelting, when there was shutdowns, when there were schools closed, etc., or they want that vote for this time when they have made the change and everything is running very smoothly. And he blamed 3 families, Abdullah's, Mufti's and Gandhi family, for the destruction in Jammu and Kashmir, for militancy in Jammu and Kashmir, for bloodshed in Jammu and Kashmir. And he said that the BJP is fighting against and it will eliminate that militancy. Then in Katra, when he addressed the rally in Katra in Jammu, he said, look, Pakistan, this National Congress is actually following the agenda of Pakistan by talking about 370 and they are being praised. They may not be praised in our own state, but they are being praised across the border by the Pakistani